Hello, my friends. Good evening to all of you. Today, QMU News 33, Quran Modern University. Why there's a necessity of Quran Modern University, QMU? We know very well the present world, it's being run, it's being controlled, it's being administered, it's being managed by the intellectual products of the universities, modern universities. We Muslims, we must understand at earliest, even our poor Adivasi, Dalit, and other communities, brothers of India, Africa, South America, as well as the world. Immediately, the whole poor nations, developing countries, and least developed countries must understand the importance of modern universities, as well as human being, as we are the best creation of our supreme intelligent creator, which is in Arabic Allah. We may say the supreme God, intelligent God, who had created this multiverse, including our earth. And we know very well this earth, from the microscopic view, if we see our earth from the moon, then we can see this earth is also just like a moon. It's a very small planet. It's a very micro point of the multiverse. This, we can say that the whole multiverse system, where our earth is the only one planet today where humans have been living. Now, we have to understand the modern universities. We know modern universities, there are right now more than 200 departments which can be broadly classified into three: art stream, science stream, and commerce stream. And all these three streams again can be divided into many branches of all these three systems. Especially we Muslims, Indian Muslims, Pakistani Muslims, Bangladeshi Muslims, African Muslims, are yet to understand the significance of the modern world, modern universe, modern civilization. Even we don't have idea about the ranked universities like Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge, all these leading universities of the world, why they are leading. We 2 billion Muslims, 200 crore Muslims, 250 to 300 million Indian Muslims, 1,000 million above Asian Muslims had been failed to develop one Harvard-like university. So our Muslim countries, rulers, kings, prime ministers, presidents, and all those leading personalities of the business world, political world, social, cultural, and other fields must be together and unitedly to build up Harvard, Oxford in Muslim areas, Muslim majority areas. That's the demand of the present time. So this QMU channel basically for developing Muslim countries and Muslim majority constituencies of India especially. I, Dr. Hafiz, I would like to give the reference from the Quran for my last 30 years above research. It has found that the Quran, it's still now the universal guidebook, not only for modern universities, professors, scholars, scientists, students, but also spiritual world, all those personalities who had a very good connection in the whole after the midnight till the dawn of the day. They had they prayed and they had done, they are doing dua to the Supreme Intelligent Creator, and that can give them a spiritual idea, a spiritual power. So both the world, materialistic world, spiritualistic world, both personalities can be enlightened. Even we can say the Quran is going to make a person, a human, balanced up between materialistic world and spiritualistic world in between, so that a person can take a lead role in controlling, managing the whole world, as well as a person can have very close connection in the night, after the midnight, before the sun rising. That's why I have chosen the references from the Quran subject wise, department wise. 200 departments in the Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge universities, more than 200 departments and their branches. All these departments references, main references are available in the Quran. Now, let's see, today we can find Department of Geography as well as Department of Astrophysics, Astronomy, Space Research, Space World, Heavenly Bodies, what our intelligent creator, most intelligent professor of the professors and leaders of the leaders. I mean, all those qualities, whatever we know and we put up the human beings, all above all these qualities, our intelligent creator. So let's see our intelligent creator today, Surah Sams. This is 91 surah number. In this surah, what Allah said? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that in the oath, in the name of, Allah has made an oath in the name of the sun and its light. Today we know this sun and its light, now solar panel, it's already giving the electricity to many hospitals, many companies, many universities, and millions of houses. So sun's light, it was given much importance in the Quran. 40 years before, on the soil of Makkah and Medina, to the Prophet, to our beloved Prophet, number one human being on the earth, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So now let's see that we have to learn the science of sun, the science of moon. Second sentence. Third sentence, even Allah has taken an oath on the day, in the name of day. And then he said that the night. And then he said, number 5 sentence, that the sky world, the first heavenly bodies, he has taken oath. And we know North Pole Star, it guided millions of people in the jungle, on the sea, oceans, in the dark path. And still now it's guiding. And today's stars world, it's a very much matter of research. So our Muslim spiritualists, ulemas, maulanas, and Muslim scholars who have been studying in madrasas, millions of madrasas of India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Indonesia, Malaysia, and other Muslim countries, they should think on these sentences, as well as they should study astrophysics world, astronomy world of the modern universities, so that they can enlighten their followers more better way and from the modern perspective, as well as our non-Muslim brothers sisters should learn all these sentences from their modern perspective, modern university angles. Maybe he or she might be a scholar or professor of Harvard or Oxford, Cambridge, Calcutta University, Delhi University, JNU University, all these universities of India and the world, and they can be enlightened by the Quranic references of Surah Shams. And in this type of surah, we know Quran has 114 surah. Every sentence is important and relevant in our time. More we can say here, department of embryology or medical science, that 7-number sentence that he said, I have created human beings and I have given a very good structure, body structure, without nut and bolts. Very much engineering skills, biotech worlds, microbiological world in this body. I mean, in our eyes, in our ear, in our tongue, in our heads, in our hands, and in our this hearts, this stomach. I mean, we can't imagine hundreds of these body parts are the matter of research today. So our madrasa scholars should start thinking very seriously, as well as modern universities, professors, scholars, students must pay attention to these sentences. That why our Supreme Intelligent Creator, he highlighted 1440 years before about the department of embryology, about the department of astronomy, about the department of light, about the department of geography, Jameen. He has created the earth and it is expanded. The whole earth is now expanded. Before, how the people of Makkah and Medina started thinking. Could we imagine? And we know very well that ultimately Makkah desert Muslims, that Medina Muslims, they started their journey of searching, investigation, education, and enlightening journey to the whole world. In the field of geography, in the field of chemistry, in the field of star research, in the field of history, in the field of archaeology, many modern departments research started 1440 years before, and that resulted even Andalusia University, Granada University, Cordova University in Spain, Samarkand University, and many universities, Baghdad universities, and Azhar universities. All these universities had been developed 1,000 years before. Should we take this Quranic sentence seriously in 21st century or not? Let's think, and we hope this 7 sentences, many more sentences are here, and only just I have highlighted all these sentences which are very much related to science, technology, and the department, all these departments which are in which we study, we research. So that I hope so that the Quran should be taken very seriously by our lives, because the great Creator had warned us that our activities, our thoughts would be judged by the Supreme Creator. If we don't think positive, if we don't try to make the whole world peaceful, progressive, our poor, billions of poor world to make them educated, to make them high earning class, we would be just. Because we are not doing fair justice. We modern intellectuals today, we have been very much hypocrite. Many intellectuals now, they have to leave their hypocrisy and they have to surrender to the before Supreme Intelligent Creator. They have to fear Allah. They have to get hope to Allah. That's why today, let's see that our newspaper was giving some information. Here, Anandabajar Patrika, it's highlighted that in the time of famine, cholera, this scientist, Harvard Chan School of Public Health scientist, Mr. Cash, Mr. Richard Cash, then he said that this ORS is very much helpful modern world. What is this ORS? This is salt, sugar and water mixed up application. Water can be helpful, it can be healthy even to a unhealthy person. Especially it helped, we know very well, it helped very much in the time of cholera. Even Bangladesh and Pakistan war, so cholera had been developed in Dhaka that time, 1967, and that time this mixture of homely made medicine applied to millions of people, and death rate, it had been reduced. So that's why Mr. Richard Cass, this our salt and water and sugar mixture can be applicable. Let's see other, that Adani Green Energy business. In business, this is some mark, and this Adani Group, that they profited too much, 51% profit in green energy. So we Muslims must have some business mind, business strategy, especially our poor brothers. They might belong to non-Muslim communities. Poors and Muslims must think in modern way. We have to start our business international level, national level, state level, block level, so that we can get one share in this type of demandable business, green energy. It's profitable business. As well as we can say 3,400 crore profit. A profit had been by the government. They invested NIIF through that organization. The government profited 3,400 crore. So all these profitable business we have to think, and it must come forward at earliest. We know very well that foreigners take the help in Japan. In Japan, rail hub, less lost in translation. Tokyo is testing automated translation window to help foreigners navigate its complex transport center. So it's a good news. I mean, foreigners who have been living in Japan, they're getting the help. Let's see other matter, that here one question is again, that Western armies, they have been deployed in Africa. Nigeria, why Western nations have troops here? So this Africa, We good intellectuals, positive-minded intellectuals, we have to think also about our African brothers, South American brothers, our Asian poor brothers. This continent, poors of this continent, they had been and have been exploited by our intellectual money-based countries, our Western nations, even Asian some nations. Sometimes I doubt all these modern universities that are these universities producing hypocrite brains, not good intellectuals, positive-minded, beneficial-minded intellectual? It's a question. We have to think very seriously. We have to discuss more in details later on. Nowadays, I'm just highlighting, it's highlighted Indian Express. So, let's think how we can make our poor brothers, sisters, highly educated, aware of the modern world, modern, so-called modern civilization. To some extent, its nature is exploitative, not true democratic. We have to start thinking. We need a true democratic world, true democratic continents, true democratic nations. That's the demand of 21st century. We, Allah-fearing Muslim intellectuals, we must think seriously, especially our Muslim scholars of madrasas and all those Islamic institutions. They must come forward, and our good other non-Muslim brothers, sisters, who are really secular, who have the minds to develop whole humanity, they should come forward. Let's see, electronics manufacturing world. This is also a very big world, electronics, and it's 6 times developed. 32 finance year, when 2032, it will be around business, $604 billion. Electronics manufacturing in India is expected to grow nearly 6-fold from $105 billion in financial year 23 to $604 billion financial year 32 within 10 years. So this Times of India published this very important and crucial news. We Muslim, our Muslim nations, rich Muslim nations, Brunei, Saudi Arab, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Saudi Arab, Qatar, Kuwait, Dubai, all these, Turkey, even Iran, all these Muslim nations must think together to develop their electronics world and to invest in this field, because it's very high business. Even our 250 million to 300 million Muslim brothers and sisters unitedly, even it should be discussed from the masjids members, because our Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he discussed his contemporary situation, contemporary world from the members of masjid. Beneficial thought, beneficial talk should be done from every mosques. Even our Hajj, international Hajj celebration from Saudi Arab, that should be also utilized in the best way to make Muslims' mind business oriented. This electronic field, here Muslims should come forward unitedly and jointly to invest in all those profitable business immediately. So today I have to stop here because it's 25 minutes already over. I would like to end actually my this news in English channel, English by 10 minutes, but let's see how can our money be helpful and when it can be really implemented. So I'm very sorry, but I hope it's very informative information relating, to the modern departments as well as our earning, how it can be increased. Our poor brothers of the world, around 3 to 4 billion 100 billion, so they can't earn even less than $1. They are earning. And we intellectual brothers, sisters, doing nothing for all those poor brothers. We need companies for poors. We need electronic companies, energy companies, all those modern demandable companies for poor, so that profit should be shared with the poor. Let's think in a new way, in as far as 21st century's way, our 2024 in India, we are hoping that all those good MPs, opposition party, 26 parties, good MPs, educated MPs, poor's development-oriented MPs, as well as how can we make India superpower. That also should be our goal. And let's think together to develop our India as well as world, to bring real peace and progress. That's all. Thank you for today.